Hi. It's another video where I am outside and filming with my phone. This video is probably going to go up either super late or on Friday. So what happened? The beginning of this week went okay. One of the things that Passion Planner does for you is it gives you a monthly evaluation at the end of each month. So it asks questions like, how'd you feel about this past month? Did you feel like you worked well? If not, what are some concrete steps you can make to do better this next month? What are 3 lessons that you learned this month? Things like that. And it worked out really well because I picked a new focus for the month of March and I made up some goals and I mapped them out to kind of prep for this month because I felt like February is a little bit lax and I wanted to do better. That evaluation process was what this video was going to be about. So what happened? Wednesday happened. I didn't sleep well the night before, and so I woke up Wednesday morning really not wanting to get out of bed. So I spent a little bit of time on my phone, just kind of going through my newsfeed, trying to wake up, and it didn't work. And it was a long time before I got out of bed. So now I'm running later than my schedule is supposed to be, right? I take a shower and I get some coffee because I'm supposed to film a video, so I want to be put together and presentable and awake, but it's already so late in the morning. And Cameron had a meeting at noon and I didn't want to film during that because he has to talk and I have to talk. And there's just a chance that we could interfere with each other. Cameron starts to sense that I'm getting a little bit stir crazy, so he suggests that I go to a Starbucks. And I think that's a pretty good idea, you know, get a change of scenery, get out of the house. So I pack everything up and I trek down to a Starbucks. And I'm a little bit anxious about working at a coffee shop. It's something about working in public. People see what you're doing, and and there's also the cliche of working in a coffee shop. So I'm a little bit anxious about that, and I get my coffee. Then one of my friends who also works from home texts me, and she says that she needs to get out of the house and if I want to join her for lunch. This is a welcome distraction because if I'm being honest with myself, I am probably not going to get any work done at the coffee shop. And to be clear, this lunch was super fun and also not a waste of time because she also works from home. So we talked a lot about working with clients and doing our taxes and a lot of business stuff. And I left it at about 2 and I made my way home, but home hasn't changed since I left, obviously, and I didn't really get anything done while I was gone. So I kind of returned to home in the same spot that I was when I left home. Not having anything done, getting later and later by the minute, and I just, nothing got done that day. This is a downward spiral that I am very familiar with. I've experienced it a lot, and it's probably one of my biggest hurdles. There have been times when I've managed to preempt it and get out of it before it gets too bad, but I'm not very good at it, and I definitely didn't do it yesterday. From this, I decided that I really need a strict morning routine, something that I do every single morning that has nothing to do with work, but is just it's something that I do, and it's hopefully gonna help me get out of the inertia problem I have with getting out of bed, because I wake up in the morning and I don't have to get out of bed because I work from home and I'm my own boss. I don't have to get out of bed. So I could just stay in bed a little bit longer. That's not a big deal, right? But the longer I stay in bed, the harder it is to get out of bed. And the other thing is that I don't really want to stay in bed. If you remember, I found out when I was evaluating my productivity that I'm actually the most productive in the morning. I can't take advantage of that productivity if I have this inertia problem where I can't get out of bed. So I need something to help me get out of bed. And I think that something is a strict morning routine, something that gets me out of bed. And then maybe it'll be a little bit easier. That's all I've figured out this week, you guys. It's been a rough week. And it's been really frustrating because I started this week very excited. I started this week evaluating my past month and making plans for the next month, and I knew what I was going to make a video about and I was super excited about it, and then just something happened and I was stationary for too long and I couldn't get out of it. It doesn't happen to me a lot, but it's definitely happened to me before, so I need to figure out how to preempt that. And I don't know. I mean, that's all I got. I'll see you guys next week.